Ryan Steinecker with Cooper Cornia, Athletic Director at Rich High School. Cooper, thanks as always for your time.
You bet, Ryan. It's good to be with you.
Opening weekend of the 2018 season, the football team lost to Bear Lake. It was a close game for 3 quarters. You were right there. They pulled away in the end. Volleyball struggled, won one match. But what do you want to start with today, Cooper? What do you want to talk about?
Let's start with the football.
How did you feel like the boys played? And the first year head coach Justin Grohl, his first game at the helm. How did you feel like the game went?
You know, you hit it right on the head. That was a great, really close game for 3 quarters, and then it kind of got away from us. We knew going in that there was going to be mistakes, and you know, we're learning a new offense, got a new head coach that they're not used to, and mistakes were going to happen. We just hoped to limit them. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. You turn the ball over 6 times, and it's almost impossible to win a football game. So the fact that we were able to keep it as close as we did for that long was, you know, a good thing. There's definitely things that we can improve on. And you know, that's why you have these preseason games, so that you can get better. We got some good film to watch and things to clean up, and I think, you know, the offense looks promising.
You touched on the offense a second ago, that it looks promising. And there are a lot of other factors that go into a game, you know, new players, different defenses, different tempo of the game, because Bear Lake was running no huddle as well. But your offense this year got more yardage in that game than the Rebel offense had in the past 2 years combined. And the offense, there were a lot of things that looked really fun and good.
Oh, yeah. You know, and the kids are excited about it. They've bought into it, I think, which makes a big difference. And the way it's designed, you know, just fits our team well this year. And I think as we work those bugs out, you know, we should score points.
And I know, talking with a couple of folks from Bear Lake after the game, they said, man, that Anderson, we were lucky that your offense didn't do more. Jared had a pretty good game. The 3 interceptions didn't help, but otherwise it seemed like he had a pretty good command of the plays and making good reads and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he read the option really well. Jared's a great athlete, and there was a lot of times when it looked like we had nothing, and Jared was just able to make a play just with his athleticism. So that's really going to help us through the season. And like you said, we had a few picks, but in his defense, you know, in the past we haven't been a real pass-heavy team, so he doesn't have a lot of experience with that, and he's only going to get better as the season wears on.
Westside this week, they'll be pretty tough. Maybe, I mean, at least in past seasons, they've been a better team than Bear Lake.
Yeah, in the past they have been, and you know, last year they were really young, so those kids got to play varsity all year last year. They've got a lot of experience. They've got a good quarterback coming back and a really good running back, so they're going to be tough.
The volleyball team had a bit of a rough opening weekend, and talking with Coach Stewart last week, I think she expected that. There's a lot of learning and growing to do, but they beat Bear Lake. They took a set from Preston overall. A bit rough, though.
Yeah, you know, this is it's a pretty young team that doesn't have a lot of varsity experience, and you and I talked about it last week. They kind of got thrown right into the lion's den. You know, they had a really tough pool to play in, and they're only going to get better, you know, as they kind of meshed as a unit, and as Coach Stewart picks up on things that she sees that they need to improve on, they're going to get a lot better. There's no need to panic right now. That's kind of an unusual start for Rebel volleyball. You know, we usually jump off to a hot start and do well, but we trust in our coaching staff and in those girls, and they're only going to improve.
The 2 things you just hit on, the coaching staff and the girls. The girls have a lot of passion. They're excited for it. They did not seem discouraged at all over the weekend in my dealing and talking with them at that tournament. And the coaching staff, Cindy Stewart's won more volleyball matches than anybody in the state of Utah ever. She knows what she's doing, and like you said, things will get better. They're going to improve, and it's going to be a fun year.
Oh, yeah. Just with the legacy of Rebel volleyball, I mean, there's not a team in the state that works harder than those girls do, and when you work that hard, good things happen. So they're going to improve, and we look for good things out of them this year.
This week, no volleyball as far as matches. They have the week off other than practice, so that'll be good for them to maybe get a little more time in practice and working on things they need to improve.
Yeah, they got that week to, you know, think about how things went this week and work out the bugs and, you know, hit it hard the next week and show them what we can do and how we've improved over that little break.
Anything else we should touch on?
I think that covers us. You know, best of luck to the boys this week as they go to Westside, and the girls as they continue to get better and prepare for the next week.
Athletic Director at Rich High School, Cooper Cornia, thanks so much for your time, and I'm excited for this. You know, the offense is exciting with the football team. There's a lot of improvement we're going to see from volleyball. It's going to be a fun fall.
Thanks, Ryan.